I found my parents' will by accident, and it erased any doubt. After 5 years of paying their mortgage, I learned I was getting nothing. Everything was going to my brother, Eric. Not most, not a little more, everything. For years, I was the reliable son. I covered the mortgage when they were short. I fixed what broke and filled the fridge. Eric, meanwhile, had no job and no urgency. He lounged around like life owed him interest. I was at their house helping my dad scan paperwork. In the stack sat a folder that said, estate plan, last will. I wasn't even snooping. It was right there. I opened it and my stomach dropped. The house, the savings, the assets, Eric. My name showed up once, in a line about loving both sons equally. I whispered, yeah, sure. My dad walked in and asked, what's taking so long? I held up the pages and said, so this is how it is? He went pale for a beat, then sighed. Jake, it's complicated. I snapped. No, it's simple. I pay the bills. Eric gets the prize. He stared at me like I'd embarrassed him. My mom came in, saw the will, and didn't deny it. Honey, you don't need an inheritance, she said. You have a good job. Eric struggles. That word struggles was a joke. He didn't struggle. He coasted. I stared at her and said, got it. Then I walked out. I stopped being their emergency fund. No more mortgage help. No more groceries. No more repairs. 2 weeks later, my dad texted, property taxes are due. No apology, no shame. Just a bill with my name on it. I replied, Eric can handle it since it's his house. My mom called. I let it ring. She texted, please don't be like this. We need to talk. I wrote, there's nothing to talk about. You chose. Then my dad tried a different tone. Just enough to cover the mortgage for a few months, he texted. When I didn't bite, he went straight to insults. Don't be selfish. Selfish. Like I hadn't been carrying them for years. The next morning, she sent a bank request for $3,500. No message, just entitlement. I declined it and texted, I'm not your ATM. Try Eric. Eric chimed in. Stop being dramatic. Pay it like you always do. I answered, cool, use your inheritance. He shot back, I don't have that kind of cash. And somehow that was supposed to be my problem. The day after that, my building's front desk called. Jake, your parents are downstairs. Mom texted, open the door. We're not leaving. So I walked down, keys in my fist, jaw locked, already tired of their script. I opened the lobby door and saw all three of them. Mom stood front and center, arms crossed. Dad looked offended. I'd made him show up. Eric leaned back, bored, like this was TV. Mom said, finally, we need to talk. I said, no, you need to leave. Her face twitched like she couldn't process the word no. No. Dad stepped forward and hissed, you'll let us lose the house? I tilted my head. The house you left to Eric? Mom jumped in. We did what was best for the family. I said, you mean what was best for Eric? Say it. Eric mumbled. I didn't ask for this. I took one step closer. You didn't ask, I said slowly. You just took. His eyes dropped to the floor. Dad tried to play authority. We raised you. We fed you. I stared at him, and I repaid you for years. Mom tried the classic line. We're family. Family takes care of each other. I held her gaze and asked, so why didn't you take care of me? Her mouth opened. Nothing came out. I nodded, turned, and closed the door. Then they ran to Facebook. Posts about ungrateful children and betrayal. Eric even wrote about love and sacrifice, which was rich. So I posted the truth. I paid their mortgage, taxes, groceries, and repairs, and they wrote me out. I ended it with one line. I'm done being treated like a wallet. Then I blocked them all. Some relatives messaged me quietly. I'm sorry. A couple people asked, is this real? My parents exploded from new numbers, acting like I'd committed a crime by telling the truth. Eric called me a traitor, Dad said. You ruined everything. I blocked them again and again. The silence after that felt unreal. I kept waiting for the next crisis call, the next demand. It never came, and my shoulders finally unclenched for once. No more urgent texts, no more guilt calls, no more paying for Eric's permanent childhood. For the first time in years, my money stayed in my account, and my peace stayed in my chest. They picked their golden child. I finally picked myself.